Ever feel like getting a Rolex watch is like waiting for a miracle? These legendary waitlists stretch longer than a Sunday afternoon. Welcome to Opulent Oasis, where we decode why snagging a Rolex is tougher than finding a parking spot during the holidays. As 2024 rolls in, we're noticing a shift that might just shorten your wait. Stay tuned as we dive into the supply and demand saga and reveal a few clever tricks to bypass the endless queue. Ready to turn that waitlist into a guest list? Let's get started. Number 1. Rolex Daytona. Trying to get your hands on a Rolex Daytona is like vying for VIP tickets to the concert of the year. Everyone's eager, but only a few will snag the best spots. This icon in the Rolex lineup isn't just any timepiece. It's the crown jewel that collectors and novices alike dream of owning. Depending on your model choice and the dealer's inventory, your waiting game could range from just a little patience to did I age a year? Consider the yellow gold Daytona with its eye-popping green dial, sported by none other than John Mayer. Hunting one down is like chasing a mythical creature, with wait times possibly reaching the 3-year mark. If your heart is set on the chic steel Rolex Daytona Panda, with its crisp white face and suave black subdials, prepare to camp out in anticipation for 18 months to 3 years, as dealers typically receive just about 10 of these showstoppers each year. However, if you're not too picky about the details and more open to mixing metals, the gold and steel versions might just speed up your timeline, trimming wait times down to a more palatable 6 months to a year and a half. Quick break. Why not subscribe and join the Opulent Oasis community? Stay ahead with our top-notch content. Back to the discussion. Number 2. Rolex Submariner. Eyeing a Submariner without a date display? You might be in luck, as these tend to slip under the radar. The Submariner is a staple in the Rolex realm, beloved for its sleek design and enduring appeal. Wait times swing widely depending on the model and how stocked your dealer is. Common picks like the classic black Submariner or the Submariner Date might soon adorn your wrist, taking just a few months to a year. Yet, if you're eyeing the elusive green bezel Rolex Submariner Hulk, brace for a wait than a marathon movie night, up to 3 years or more. Interestingly, no-date Submariners often fly under the enthusiast's radar, with dealers usually keeping a stash of 10 to 20 annually, making it feel like you've stumbled upon a hidden gem in a diver's paradise. If you've set your sights on the in-demand steel Submariner Date, like the coveted reference 126610LN, act fast, they disappear faster than the last good cookie at a family reunion. And for those with a penchant for the flashier side, the steel and yellow gold or the opulent all-gold versions might require a patience level that's nothing short of heroic, potentially stretching to a 3-year quest. Number 3. Rolex Yachtmaster. Let's set sail with the Rolex Yachtmaster, where the tides of demand are more like gentle waves compared to the tsunamis for the Submariner or GMT Master II. The 37mm versions, flaunting their chic steel and rose gold compositions, tend to cruise under most radars. This model nails a classy balance between sporty vibes and polished elegance. You'll typically find dealers stocking about 5 of each reference annually, meaning these models aren't exactly causing a mad rush. In fact, on a lucky day, you might just breeze into a store and sail out with one. The 40mm Yachtmasters garner a bit more attention, but still don't spark the feverish excitement that follows the Submariner. Expect to wait anywhere from 6 to 12 months. The silver lining here, dealers tend to extend a warm welcome to newcomers, so whether you're diving in for a steel version or angling for rose gold, your transition into the Rolex waters could be smoother than a yacht on a calm sea. Number 4. Rolex GMT Master II. Diving deeper into the realm of iconic watches, the Rolex GMT Master II is the kind of legend that makes watch collectors' hearts race, a true gem first introduced back in 1954. This timepiece has evolved significantly, now boasting the robust caliber 3285 movement and a wardrobe of styles that could rival a Hollywood starlet. Take the Pepsi model, for instance, with its striking blue and red bezel, a real head-turner that reaches about 12 to 25 new owners yearly. You could be strapping one on in as little as 18 months, a newbie or not. Prefer something with a dash of sophistication? The all-gold root beer model, with its elegant brown and black bezel, might linger on shelves just long enough to shorten your wait. And if you're drawn to a bit of dazzle, the two-tone root beer or the bold Batman model, sporting a distinctive blue and black bezel, typically has enthusiasts waiting about a year. But if your heart is set on the elusive white gold Pepsi, get ready for a marathon wait. These treasures arrive at dealers about once or twice a year, catapulting wait times beyond 3 years. And for the ultra-rare Pepsi with a meteorite dial, opting for this exquisite timepiece means settling in for possibly a 5-year quest. Maybe it's time to start bringing coffee to your local Rolex dealer. Building a rapport could just be your secret weapon in the luxury watch waiting game. After all, when it comes to securing a rare Rolex, patience isn't just a virtue, it's an essential strategy. Number 5. Rolex Datejust. For those of you looking to sidestep the usual Rolex hoopla and slide effortlessly into the ownership circle, let's turn our attention to the Rolex Datejust. This piece isn't about the hype, it's about understated elegance that whispers luxury rather than shouting it from the rooftops. If you're the type who prefers instant gratification, the 31mm Datejust might just be your speed. It's a favorite among women and tends to stay off the hype radar, which often means you can stroll into a store and stroll out, timepiece in tow, without any of the wait drama. If you're sizing up to the 36mm model, you're stepping into slightly busier territory, but it's nothing like the mad dash you see for some of Rolex's sportier models. Here, your wait could range from a few festive weeks to about half a year, depending on how picky you are about the specifics, like the bezel sparkle or the strap style. If you're someone who likes a bit more watch on your wrist, the 41mm Datejust might just catch your fancy. Despite its popularity and more commanding presence, the wait time usually doesn't stretch beyond 6 months. And here's a kicker: getting a Datejust doesn't require you to have coffee with the dealer every month or know the secret Rolex handshake. This watch comes with what you might call an open invitation policy. It's about as hassle-free as a Sunday morning. Number 6. Rolex Oyster Perpetual. This model is the Rolex equivalent of the cool, quiet person at the party who doesn't need to make a fuss to be noticed. Take the 36mm Oyster Perpetual. It's kind of like the secret menu item that only the insiders know about. Not too flashy, but just enough to make a statement. With only about 5 to 10 of these beauties making their way to stores each year, they're a bit like finding a quiet spot in a bustling cafe, rare but rewarding. Expect to wait anywhere from half a year to a full cycle of the seasons if you're eyeing this size. And if you're chasing the Tiffany blue dial, well, prepare for a bit of an adventure. It's like trying to get a table at the hottest new restaurant in town. Possible, but it requires persistence and maybe a little bit of luck. Overall, stepping into the Oyster Perpetual scene is like getting a backstage pass to the Rolex world. It's exclusive, but without the usual velvet rope barriers. Keeping in touch with authorized dealers might just give you the edge you need to snap up your preferred model as soon as it hits the shelves. Entering the Oyster Perpetual Club is a nod to practical luxury, blending classic Rolex quality with a touch of everyday sensibility. What's your take on today's Lux Chat? Hit us with a comment, smash that like button if we caught your fancy, and don't forget to subscribe to Opulent Oasis. Thanks for hanging out with us. Your insights add the real sparkle, and we're all ears for what you have to say next. See you in the next video, where the conversation only gets richer.